This is our Versalab Auto automated vascular Doppler recorder for ABI and TBI. We have already seen the list of accessories in detail. However, I can explain you the controls. You can see there actually we have a button called BP for measuring the blood pressure, and this button called record for recording the waveform. Skip is there, that is you can skip a particular event. Suppose you want to skip the BP measurement for a particular limb, you can skip it, or a waveform you can skip it. So inflate, INFL, 60-40 mm Hg, they are used for PVR purpose, pulse volume recording purpose. Mute is for switching off the speaker. Volume plus minus for increasing, decreasing the volume of it, speaker. And then if you see from the left, you have 1 kHz. Like any device, you need some reference value. In ECG machine, you will have 1 millivolt standardization pulse. So this Doppler is based on ultrasound. It is sound based. So that's why we have kilohertz, 1 kilohertz. So based on that, we can calculate velocity of the flow and all. Run, of course, run speed, it is not required. That is actually an optional. We had another variant with a built-in thermal printer. So for them it is used, but now we are not, we have stopped that particular model. Size is height of the waveform. You can increase or decrease the height of the waveform. In case we feel that the patient waveform is smaller, you can increase it or decrease it. Previous next is mainly for jumping from next vessel or previous. Suppose I am doing it, I have done right brachial and then right posterior tibial. If we feel that I want to go back to brachial, then previous. So next is from brachial I can jump to the next vessel. So we have protocol in the software. As per the protocol, you can, within that protocol, you can jump to the next location or go back to the previous location. Okay. In the bottom, if you see, remote control is there. Okay, remote control is the wired remote. If you see here, almost the same functions what you have seen there. Record, BP, skip, previous, next, mode, everything is same. So you can operate it because the machine will be near the head of the patient. You will be standing near the foot of the patient. So you can, it comes for a longer distance, 6.5 feet. So you can record it from your standing near the foot. This is the tube for connecting to the cuffs. Of course, you have to manually remove and connect to different BP cuffs. And this next is a PPG transducer. Okay, so this is a transducer. This works on photoelectric principle, highly accurate, industry best PPG Pro for measuring or for detecting the toe waveform and also the toe pressure. And then you have the spring cable for the Doppler. You can see Doppler is put it on the holder on the side, and this is the model Versalab Auto. Okay, so and we have an LCD screen. On the screen we will be seeing the waveform also. Mains cable, below that is actually a fuse. You have a fuse holder. You can remove it with a screwdriver. You have an earth. So in case the valve socket does not have proper earth, we supply a earth cable. You can connect this cable and then to an earth source. Sometimes we may get extraneous noise because of improper earth, so that can be avoided. And this is a USB cable for connecting to the device, and you will see the serial number and all the indications. Now let's see the placement of the BP cuffs. You can see the adult arm ankle cuff. So the same cuff can be connected for arm and also ankle. So we have connected left foot, right foot, and then left arm, right arm. So four cuffs we are connected. But the only issue is you have to connect the tube one at a time. So as the software scans through the artery, you have to remove and then connect it to the other. That's the only manual work is required. Of course, you have to keep the probe and then pick up the sound. Then you have to say BP or waveform. Automatically it records. And you can also see the toe cuff. So it's a special cuff. So root of the toe, we tie the cuff, and on the tip of the toe we have the PPG sensor. We will see when it is connected. So this side also we are connected. When you are connecting this, do not tight it, just roll it, because when you tight it too much, that itself will occlude the capillary and then you may not get a proper waveform. Another precaution is, if this room temperature is extremely cold, then due to vasoconstriction, you may get reduced flow. So you may not get waveform on the device. So in such situation, you have to warm up, you have to rub the toes, or you can have some kind of woolen blanket, or sometimes they can wash it and then then you can simulate some kind of warmth in the toes. Then you can measure the waveform and the blood pressure. Otherwise, you may not be able to detect the waveform, because especially the flow is less in the capillaries, and with the vasoconstriction, then it is difficult to measure the data. So be careful. Otherwise, in a normal room temperature, if it is, then they can anything more than 25 degrees centigrade. So there is no problem. We can start using it. Okay. The device does not require air conditioner. However, if the place is known for extreme weather, then better to have an air conditioner and maintain the room temperature between 25 and 30 degrees, so that the reading is, you will get a repeatable throughout the year. Otherwise, in summer you may get some value because of vasodilation. In winter, because of vasorestriction, you may get a different values. So if you maintain the temperature throughout the year, then the data will be also uniform. So now let's see how it is connected to the computer and how the data are recorded. So now the mute is off, so you can hear the sound, Doppler sound. We keep the probe, the brachial. Venous is also in the background. Adjust it such that you are having only the waveform. Now you can see you are getting a very clear waveform on the screen. Now I will be recording the record key. Now you can see on the top you have the waveform. Now I am pressing the BP key. You get a beep sound, and now you can see the orange line or the red line is increasing slowly. So as you increase, we are above the systole, the sound stops. Okay, then slowly it is deflating. First sound, second sound. See, now you can see accurately it is marked on the first waveform. So sometimes a small variation could be there. At that time you can use the tune BP and then you can move the waveform. So now let's see. Maybe in one location there will be some variation, if at all. Then I will show you how to adjust or fine tune the BP. Now we recorded the right brachial. The waveform is recorded and the BP is also recorded. You can see the quality control waveform on the top right side, you can see both the waveforms and then the BP waveform. You can see the Doppler waveform is coming, and then it has actually, you can see here the Doppler waveforms are coming, and then when you are above systole, this sound is zero, the waveform is flat, and when first waveform comes, it will also check for the next two consecutive waveform. If the rhythm is there, then it will detect. If you see here very clearly, so you can see the first waveform, then the second, third, automatically it marks on the top. Okay, so that's how it is recorded. The recorded blood pressure says 99. Okay, now let's see the other location. Now the probe is connected in the posterior tibial, and before that I have to use the next on the keyboard. On the keyboard I should use the next, so that it goes to the next waveform. You can see now on the PC, now the location says right posterior tibial. Okay, and you can see the waveforms very clearly. Now it's good waveform, triphasic waveform. I use the record. See, I am recording it. Now it is recorded on the top. So 3 peaks are recorded. Now I say BP. When I press BP, you will get a beep sound. Beep sound has come. Now it is recording the BP. Now it is inflating. You will see now the bottom waveform slowly increasing, the red waveform. When it is above the systole, the sound stops. Okay, now the sound is going to stop. Okay, some venous sound, and then that will also arrest it. Now it is straight line. Now it is falling down. You can see first, second, third, but the waveform, if you see, it is actually marked on the second peak. The quality control is there on the top. It shows in that case I have to go to the fine tune BP, then I can move the, okay, I can keep it here on the top, sorry, here only. Okay, now we can see the waveform is on the peak. Now I have to save the BP. Earlier I have not saved BP. Since now I altered the BP value, I am saving it. So by clicking save, now BP is saved. So now it is showing right dorsalis pedis. So it has gone to the next location. So now let's see, without changing the cuff position, we keep only on the dorsalis pedis. So now it is on the right dorsalis pedis, keeping the probe on the right dorsalis pedis, and you can see a proper waveform, triphasic, multiphasic waveform is coming. After stabilizing the waveform, I press record. On the top it is recording the waveform. Now I say BP, a beep sound, followed by the BP waveform increase. Slowly it is increasing. You can see now started going up. When it is above the systole, it will stop the waveform. See, now it is flat. Now slowly coming down. Okay, it is marked. Again it is marked in the second. So I just fine tune it. Click it on the top. Now it's okay. Now I say save BP. Okay. So now it is showing left brachial. Now we are measuring it on the left brachial. So you can see the probe. It's almost 45 degree with the coupling ultrasound jet. Now you see on the screen you are getting a waveform. So I am recording it. It is recorded. Now I am saying BP. Now it is inflating. When it is above the systole, the sound stops. You can see it becomes flat. Now it started deflating. You can see also the cuff pressure. It is so you can see it is now nicely marked on the first waveform. So you can take that as the BP. Now it is in the left posterior tibial. You can see the waveform. So you have to hold the probe. We should not lose track of the probe. Always support your hand so that we don't lose the signal. Now it is stabilized. Now I am recording. You can see on the top the waveform has come. Now I am pressing blood pressure. Now BP is increasing. Now we are in the dorsalis pedis. We are getting the sound. You can see the waveform. Now I am recording the waveform. Now recording the blood pressure. Now you can see the cuffs. Toe cuff we are connected and the PPG is connected. And you can see on the waveform, like pulse oximeter, you have a pulse waveform on the screen. And you will also get a beep sound, small beep sound. It is not like Doppler, but we are actually sensing every beep. For good normal recording and also good BP measurement, always try to have a waveform which can produce this kind of sound. Then it will be accurate. So if there is any vasoconstriction, then you have to rub the finger and then you can measure. Now I am recording it. See, it is recorded on the top. Now I am measuring the BP. It's being a small cuff, it is immediately pumped to 200 mmHg almost, and then waveform becomes flat. Slowly it will deflate. It takes a little longer time to deflate, and then it checks the pulse has started coming. You can see it has picked up the correct pulse. Sometimes there could be some variation, but you can move the location and then get correct. Now the right toe is measured. Now cuff is now gently wrapped. The tube is connected. Now you can see a good waveform. So now it is on the left toe. See the sensor location on the cuff. Recording it on the top. Now many times toe pressure because the small signal needs some little experience. Now it's picked up. Actually it's a little noisy. Now we have completed. Okay, we have completed all the part. Show you two waveforms. Normal report, hospital name, address, logo, details, right brachial, left brachial, right dorsalis, left dorsalis, right. Okay, on the values, the BP value is also here. And then in the bottom, if you see, and then ABI and TBI. And you can see the bottom, TAS2 guidelines. So as per the TAS2 guidelines, it says normal ABI study. The bottom you will have the consultant name and all the details, technician name, everything. This comes, okay, and then the second waveform, by clicking it, you can see this is a quality control waveform. Okay, to substantiate what you are measuring is right, it gives you. So you can see here the normal pulse. You can see the increasing blood pressure value, and then falling. And when first waveform comes, you can see the marker. For every waveform, it has the marker. So it's a quality control waveform. If you want, you can also take a print. Otherwise, you can take only the actual print what you need actually. So here you can see the API 1.08, 1.16, TB 1.61, 1.79. So you can, by clicking this print icon, then you will get a printout. So we completed the Doppler. So now I will go back to the main screen. So I save on. Once I save, then the data are saved. So I have to exit. Now you can see new old report. So if I, if the patient, same patient comes again after 3 months, click old. There will be many patients actually over a period of time. It will be difficult to scroll through all the patients. So with the search box here, you can either search by name or by ID. So we can type in Suresh, actually this is the patient. You can type in full name or you can type in at least 4 characters and then click. You can see. Earlier we have one more name that is gone, only the actual name come. So there again there multiple Suresh. So in such case you have to select the patient ID. So if there will be many IDs, so you select whatever the correct ID. So I am selecting the ID. Now I can go to screen. It will get connected. So as we have done it earlier, the same way we can take the waveform and also the blood pressure measurements. So I'm just going back. The reports, suppose I want to see the patient report, just select the name. The same way there will be many names you can search using the patient box, search box by name or by ID. Once you select the name, then select the ID, then you will see the dates. If it has come for many days, then you will see all the dates, and then you will also see the visit number, visit 1, 2, 3, like that, the corresponding date. Select the dates. Okay. Now, AB index, I can see the waveform. So the data will be there permanently in the system. So whenever you need, you can search and you can review the waveform, patient details. That's it. So this completes the ankle brachial index automatic ABI TBI. As regard to the PVR segmental carotid, we will see it separately because otherwise the video becomes too big.